What is a gift tax and how can we use it to better set ourselves and our children up for retirement? Well, today we're joined by Dylan Bond. He's the owner of Bond Financial Services, and he's here to help us plan our retirement just a little bit better. Dylan, it's a pleasure to have you here.
It's great to be here.
Now, the gift tax, a lot of people don't understand it because, frankly, taxes over everyone's head. So
Yep.
what is a gift tax?
Well, basically, if you give somebody over $14,000 a year in 2013, the donor of that amount is liable for a gift tax, and the gift tax at this point is 40%.
That's pretty steep.
It is pretty steep.
So in other words, it's the threshold. You can give to anyone, for that matter, $13,000, $14,000 untaxed money, 0%.
Yeah, I mean the bottom line is, Seth, if you're thinking about a gifting strategy, or you want to make a gift to a family member or a friend, the best thing to do is get your tax professional involved, as well as potentially a lawyer, just so that you understand all the different ways of doing things. There's also a lifetime exclusion amount that will basically allow somebody to give somebody up to $5.25 million with no gift tax if they choose to use their lifetime exclusion amount all at once. So again, there's different ways of doing things, and it really depends on the case-by-case basis and how it's going to affect the overall distribution of the assets down the road when that donor dies. So it's a little bit different for each case.
So let's take it as if, let's say that I'm a man getting up there in years, and I've done all right for myself. I have a lot going on, and I have a couple kids. Every year, I can give my children the
Right.
maximum exemption, which
Yep.
this year is $14,000 in 2013. So I can give that, and then one time in my life, I can give a large gift that no more than $5 million, roughly, that's tax-free.
About $5 million. And again, that's going to probably change at some point. There's been a lot of changes in the estate and gift tax laws over the past 10 years. But again, it's very important that you get a tax professional involved, as well as in some cases a lawyer. What we normally do when we're talking gift strategies with people is we'll identify who we need to get involved. Should we be getting a lawyer involved? Should we be using trusts? And obviously a tax professional is always going to be somebody you want to have involved for this.
Now, speaking of taxes, you say if it's over $14,000 or if you're going to get charged taxes, who is actually getting charged? Is it the money that's being transferred, the person who's gifting, or the person who's receiving?
Well, if there is a gift tax owed, it's going to be the donor, the person that's giving the money.
And so it's not going to come out of that 13, it's going to be an additional fee of taxing that specific amount of money.
Well, keep in mind, if you only give 13, you're 1,000 below the limit for the year, so there wouldn't be a tax there. It would be in the case that you might give more than that and don't choose to use your lifetime exclusion, then there would be a tax there.
I understand.
One of the ways we apply it, and when we're working with people and people that have additional funds and they want to gift money to their kids, we talk about different strategies. I mean, one thing is you can give each kid $14,000, and they can go and spend that on whatever they want to spend, or you could get the kids together, collectively give each of them and their spouses $14,000, and in some cases create a $50,000, $60,000 annual gift that you can let the kids own a life insurance policy on, and then when the kids get the gift, they pay the premium on it, and that leverages out the money and creates a huge tax-free opportunity, depending on the health of the insured, obviously, and the amount of money and cash flow that person has to use.
There are so many wrinkles in tax law, and there's so many options when it comes to investing,
Right.
and that's what you do. You simplify it for people.
Yep.
At or near retirement age, and sometimes if people, if they're new to you, they can meet you at one of your seminars, and you can tell people all about what you do there, risk-free.
That's right. The way that I see it is everybody out there, like a fingerprint, has a different financial situation, and it's my job to get with them, have a conversation, learn as much as I can about them, and then when I know enough about them and what they're doing and what they want to achieve, then I can put myself in their shoes and simply tell them what I would do if I were them.
And it's different. You're right. It's absolutely different different for everybody, and that's why they need to talk to you, because maybe some people should use the gift exemption.
Right.
Maybe they should give it to a child and a spouse. There's so many different options.
It's gonna be different for everybody. So the best thing to do, I think, is come to one of my seminars. It's a way that you can learn more about me and how I think without actually having a one-on-one meeting. Or if you don't feel like going to a seminar and you'd rather meet one-on-one, best thing to do is call George at the office, whether you want to attend a seminar or if you'd rather just come in and meet with me one-on-one. That's fine, because George knows my calendar better than I do.
I would think so. He's a pretty got it together kind of guy. Dylan, thank you so much for stopping by today. It's a pleasure to have you
Great
here,
to be here,
making these things a little more understandable. And you can visit bondfinancialservices.net or call 413-754-4747. Just let Dylan and his staff take the steps to secure your financial future.